Sorry. We were playing on mining. Holy shit, I'm popping off. Woohoo!
Objective capture in progress.
That's it, I give up on this game. I'm just gonna fucking pistol
What is
only
going on?
it. Till I
How
get
am I
the
doing this?
converse.
What the fuck? Oh my
This
god,
is
I'm still going!
crazy.
Oh. Hey there, this is Joker, and welcome back to a new video. I know it's a bit late since the game is less than a month away from release, but I wanted to talk about the Black Ops 6 beta and what I thought about it. So, as I did with the review of the Modern Warfare 3 beta, I had some notes on my phone, and I'm basically just going to go through each thing as like dot points and just give a unscripted opinion on everything that is in Black Ops 6. It might not be in a neat order, but this is the order that I put it in. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new, so you can see, more uploads on my channel, and when I upload the footage for the Black Ops 6 campaign. Anyways, with that all out of the way, let's jump into my notes. So the first thing on my notes is the Omni movement. So when I first saw that the Omni movement was being introduced into Black Ops 6, I got a bit scared, because I thought that it was going to be quite broken, and people who sweat, a lot in the Call of Duty games would absolutely have a field trip with this stuff. Thankfully, it's not as broken as I thought it would be. It's honestly quite fun, and it actually feels quite smooth when it's in action. I've done a lot of moments where I've tried sliding and dolphin diving around corners. I've once or twice accidentally dolphin dived backwards off the map, because that's something you can do, but honestly, it doesn't seem like a big gimmick in the games. Usually when I'm running around, I'm just running around like it's not even there. There will be some times when I sprint from left to right or sprint backwards. I forgot to mention what Omni movement is. It's basically just your character can move and sprint and dolphin dive and slide in 360 directions. And they also have something that they call what was it called? I forgot what it was called. It's something pining. Basically, it's just supine. That's what it is. So basically, supine just means like from a dolphin dive, you go straight into a prone. But I believe the supine is when you're prone, but you're on your back. So proning works a bit differently now. Instead of it just being like flat on the ground the entire time, you can actually rotate in 360 degrees. So if you look behind your character, they'll actually rotate onto their back, kind of like how it's done in a Rainbow Six Siege. But I actually really like how it's implemented here. It's a lot of fun. The maps utilize it pretty well so far, and I'm looking forward to see how it's going to be implemented into the campaign and the zombies mode. Alright, up next, what's the next addition that they've added into Black Ops 6? The body shield mechanic. I gotta be honest, I did not use this mechanic to its full ability. So basically, you can sneak up behind someone and double tap the melee button. Well, that's if you're on controller. It's double tapping the melee button, and you'll basically grab your hostage in an in a headlock or something like that. And you use them as a body shield so that you can take less damage from enemies, and they will take all the damage. I did not use it. I kind of wish I used it, but I don't really use game chat these days that much in these games. But you can actually speak to the person that you've got trapped in the body shield, which I think is amazing and should stay in the game when it launches, which I'm certain it will. But the other thing, just to quickly go on about, is that they have this voice moderation going on the entire time in Black Ops 6, and I honestly think it's not needed. They're just being like, oh, be respectful to each other, you know, you got to sign our code of conduct and everything, and it's just like, you know, Call of Duty was basically built on trash talking. Just let people have their fun. I mean, if they're racist assholes, then yes, I understand why you don't want that to be in your game, and you don't want people like that to be in the game. I get that, but those other people, you know, they're just doing it for shits and gigs. They're just having a, you know, a whale of a time and whatnot. But, yeah, so that's my rant over on Game Chat. But, yeah, body shield mechanic, thumbs up. And just a quick, honorable mention, the Sleeper Agent, field upgrade. I didn't actually use it, but it's honestly kind of fun with the way it's implemented as well, because what happens is you basically disguise yourself as a player on the enemy team, kind of like the spy from Team Fortress, but you can actually hear your enemy's comms, which is like really broken, but that is amazing. So again, just thumbs up on the Sleeper Agent field upgrade. Anyways, what's next? Presentation. The game looks, as a whole, it looks really good. The colors are amazing, they're vibrant, except for one map in particular, Scud. Actually, now that I think about it, Scud looks alright with its colors. It's still grey, but it's still quite saturated, if that makes any sense. But I think graphically the game looks amazing. I'm not the biggest fan of the fact that you have to stream the textures to your console or stuff like that. It's I just wish that you could just download the game and just download the textures instead of just having to stream them every single time you play the game, because that results in you know, lag and packet bursts, which is not fun for anyone. I have learnt that the hard way quite a bit when I played Call of Duty Vanguard and most recently Modern Warfare 3. But yes, overall, presentation, the game graphically looks amazing, and just a quick little mention, the performance of the game, it runs beautifully. I did not have many issues with the performance of the game, except for a couple of hitches where the game froze for like a millisecond, and, you know, if I'm against a person, I get killed by them, and, you know, that's kind of annoying. But other than that, runs smooth as butter. Okay, next thing on my list. I know it's not going to go anywhere, but skill-based matchmaking is just... It's rampant in this multiplayer. It's never going to go. And when you're having fun in one match, it's good fun. You know, you're winning, dominating against other people, but the second you get put into those sweaty matches, you know, you lose all, like, of the motivation to play the game. And that's how I felt, but it didn't feel like too strong. Like, there was a couple of moments where I played a match and it felt god-awful and lopsided, but most of the matches felt fairly balanced, and I did enjoy, like, the skill-based matchmaking, which is a very strange thing to say. Up next, characters. So, I am very happy to see that the characters from Black Ops Cold War are returning, like Russell Adler, Park is returning. I played as her for the Rogue Black Ops faction, and Stone returning as well. I honestly love his voice lines. They're quite funny. But the other characters, you know, they fit in the setting, but they don't look like that they're a part of a military thing, if that makes any sense. The only ones that looked like they were part of the military was Kane, and I forgot what this guy on the other side was, but he was basically wearing like militia like attire, and he had his face painted, and he was wearing a beret, and that looked like proper military stuff. But the most of the characters don't look like they belong in a military setting at all, especially Brutus and Klaus, and I'll get to Klaus, that bastard. Anyways, what's next? Weapons. They felt pretty good in Black Ops 6. They felt pretty varied, except for sniper rifles. Sniper rifles had an issue, honestly, where you're aiming in and your reticle wouldn't be centered, and they felt kind of slow with the fast pace of Black Ops 6's movement and whatnot. But most of the weapons, they do feel pretty good. I love the XM4's return from Black Ops Cold War. The MP5 of the was it the K9? C9. It's called in Black Ops 6. It's fun. It was my meta weapon basically for most of the beta. But as we go on to talking about weapons, I gotta quickly mention that I also played the first week of Black Ops 6's beta, so of course I am familiar with the domination that came from the Jackal PDW SMG, but thankfully, Treyarch are aware of this, and they have reportedly said that they're nerfing the gun. Apparently it was nerfed for week 2, but it was still quite dominating in week 2, just not as much as week 1. Shotguns were a bit of a problem. The one shotgun that was in the beta, the Marine SP, it did not feel consistent at all when you tried to shoot someone from close range. Most of the time I was just getting hit markers, and of course that's very frustrating because you think a 12 gauge would blow a person to bits if you're literally 3 feet in front of them, but that's just how it was. It just most of the time didn't kill its target. What else were the guns there? The SWAT 5.56 needs some work too. It's a 3-round burst marksman rifle, kind of like how it was in Black Ops 2, and was it a 3-round burst in Black Ops Cold War? Was it in Black Ops Cold War? I know it was in Black Ops 4, but it was fully automatic in that. But again, it's a 3-round burst gun in this, and I just want it to be from medium to close range, I would like it to be a 3-round burst, 1 kill, if that makes sense. So, you shoot 3 rounds into a target and it kills them like that. It was kind of inconsistent there. Sometimes it would take 2, 3-round bursts, sometimes it would take 3, and that didn't feel great. Along with that, I might as well just mention the time to kill. For the most of the time, it felt pretty good, but at the same time, there was some guns felt inconsistent. The Tanto was a big gripe with me. It felt like arse when I used it, but everyone else seemed to have a field trip with it. Most of the time, yes, it felt pretty consistent. Headshots definitely need work, though. It felt like you were basically putting the same amount of bullets into someone if you were shooting them in the body when you're headshotting them. But other than that, it feels, alright. But I'm sure it'll be tuned for the full launch. Weapon customization is next, and it's the Gunsmith once more, and no faults with it. Just none. It's still a great system, and I'm glad it's back here in Black Ops 6. It's just one thing I'm really happy about to see for weapon customization is that custom reticles are returning. Honestly, I'm so happy about that, because there were some optics that I'd like in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, but the reticles they would have for them were just terrible, and that stopped me from using the red dot, the holographic, the 2x scope and whatnot. Anyways, that's done. And it also seems like there's not many cons when you put certain attachments onto the guns, but I've heard that they're going to add a bit more cons to certain attachments, which is okay, fair enough. Alright, next. Perks. They're back to the classic kind of perk system. It's not like Modern Warfare 2's with the perk packages where you had to wait over time to, earn your perks, which was kind of odd, but it didn't, I didn't mind it too much. It's not like Modern Warfare 3's where you pick bits of clothing like your gloves, your boots, your vest. It's not like that either. It's just good old-fashioned perks, and they've also introduced these specialist bonus for certain perks. So there's different colored perks. So there's blue, red, and green perks. If you put 3 blue perks together, you would get a specialist perk that let you see through walls once you spawn in to get an idea of where your enemy's at. The red perks, I can't remember. Oh, the red perks, what they did was, it was basically quick fix. It would basically heal you each time you get a kill on a target, and you would like heal faster. I think there was like no attack sprint delay or something along those lines. And then the green perk would basically cut the amount of points you need to earn your score streaks. So not too bad there. Field upgrades, I've already mentioned Sleeper Agent. Sleeper Agent was pretty good. I didn't really use many of the other field upgrades except for basically the ammo cache and the... I forgot what the other one was. I think it was basically like a microphone that lets you hear enemy footsteps louder, and I think it also worked for them if they had dead silence equipped. I think what's it called? I think it's called like Ghost. No, it's not called Ghost in Black Ops 6. I forgot what it was called, but basically it just lets you hear people's footsteps from further away, and they were much louder, so you could, you know, get the jump on them while they're trying to get the jump on you. So pretty good perk. Trophy system, it works how it should be, you know, it blocks lethals, including tomahawks, which is weird. I hope they change that for the full release. Excuse me, with the voice crack. The other ones, the Neurogas Mine, I did not use, and I think they had like a jammer as well. I did not use that either, so I can't really say much about the field upgrades except for the ones that I used. What's next? Modes. So we got Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed, Hardpoint, Domination, your basic standard mosh pit of like respawn game modes. So, you know, they play all pretty well. I'm kind of happy to see that in Domination now it's zones instead of flags, because there were so many times in Modern Warfare 3 where I'm capturing a flag and an enemy comes up to me and I just shoot the flagpole by accident, so it doesn't hit my target. I get frustrated and die. So I'm glad to see that they're going to be capture zones instead of capture flags for Domination. But yeah, like I said again, it's just Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed, Hardpoint, and Domination. And then they introduced a new mode called Kill Order. Basically what that is it's Team Deathmatch, but there is a player on your team that has basically higher point value, so you earn more score by killing them. And to compensate for being a target, because you're always marked on the map if you're the high value target, you have armor plates that protect you for a little bit longer, and you go into a down state with a pistol before you can be finished off, and your teammates can revive you if you're in that down state. It's alright. It's an alright mode. I don't think I'll be like playing it religiously. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll add it to my Mosh Pit playlist since it's a respawn game mode. Anyways, that's out of the way. Up next is the maps. So, most of the maps I enjoyed, but they still had their fair share of problems. Skyline was my favorite out of all of the maps in Black Ops 6. I think among a lot of people, it was everyone's favorite map. Pits is another one. That was a strike map they added in week 2. Gala was alright. There was a lot of moments where you could be like shot through walls, which was frustrating, but I didn't really experience that much. I forgot what the other map was, where it's basically a train yard. I forgot what it was called, but that was a alright map. There's a lot more verticality in that map, which is pretty cool. You could jump on top of the train cars and you know, parkour your way across them to get to like a little tower if someone's like sniping there. And then the other map was Scud. I got some things to say about Scud. I don't think it's a bad map. I don't think it's a terrible map at all. I think the problem with Scud is just it doesn't work for certain modes. So maybe Search and Destroy, it will be pretty good. Like, you know, One Life modes, I feel like it'll be pretty good. But for modes like Team Deathmatch, I think it doesn't play well at all. Which basically goes the same for Kill Order. It just does not play well with those modes. But I think it played well with Domination. It played well with Hardpoint. So no big complaints from me on Scud. What was the other map that they introduced in week 2? I forgot what it was called, but it was basically like a small like square. Basically, it's right now the shipment of Black Ops 6, but it's a very chaotic map, especially when enemies spawn on top of you and when you spawn on top of the enemy. And I'll just quickly go on another rant. The spawns in this beta were god awful. That's all I'm going to say about that. You know, there's just so many moments where you spawn close to enemy and, you know, they kind of, you know, pinpoint where you spawn and they just kill you like that. So that was very frustrating. And thankfully, Treyarch is aware of this issue and they're going to be tuning the spawns for the full release of the game. Anyways, speaking of modes, I am quite shocked to see that there was no search and destroy in this beta, which is, you know, bizarre to me. I said it in a comment on one of my friends' video, who also made a review on Black Ops 6. I recommend you go check that out after this video. I'll even leave the link to that video in the description. But I basically said that, you know, search and destroy, basically, because I feel like this game is trying to be a successor to Black Ops 2. It's kind of, you know, like same year, you know, we got Black Ops like 2 one year, and then GTA 5 the next year, and we got Black Ops 6 this year, and now we got GTA 6 next year. So it's kind of like the same pattern. But search and destroy in Black Ops 2 basically is what put Black Ops 2 onto people's radars on the internet and the YouTubers that played it. And the first one that came to my mind was Vanos Gaming and his Vanos crew. So it was bizarre to me to see that it did not show up in the beta for this. But, you know, it's not too long now until we wait for the full release, so people will get their chance to play Search and Destroy there. And if you want to play Search and Destroy, go play it in X-Defiant, because they just added that recently in X-Defiant. Not that I'll be checking that out anytime soon. Actually, maybe I will. Anyways, that's over. On to the next thing. I just got to quickly go over this again. COD HQ fucking sucks. I am so pissed off with the COD HQ system. Like, it's so dumb. It basically just makes, as people were saying, oh, Modern Warfare 3 is not a DLC. It basically is a DLC. It's basically on top of Modern Warfare 2. It's a separate download on the same launcher, which I think is stupid. Can we just go back to the times where the games are separate installs, please? Because that means I can delete one game and not worry about having any issues, because when I got the new update for Modern Warfare 3, the game didn't even fucking launch, because for some reason it uninstalled the COD HQ, which was like, what? Oh, God, I don't like it. No one likes it. Just change it, Activision. I know you're not going to watch this video, but just change it. Just go back to releasing titles on singular launches, okay? That's what people prefer. Okay, well, that's out of the way. Next thing to go on about, the user interface. It was actually a lot better in Black Ops 6 compared to MW2 and MW3, because it doesn't look like it's ripped straight from Hulu or Binge or Amazon Prime. It's just, it actually is a proper user interface. It's more like drop-down boxes, which is much better than sideways boxes, because that looks more like akin to a mobile game. Actually, now that I mention it, that's probably why we have those sideways boxes, because of Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Huh. Anyways, it's definitely better, and the introduction of customizable HUDs, amazing. I just don't want them to be presets though. I want there to be a whole lot more customization with HUDs when the game fully launches. I did quickly go on... Actually, did I? I don't think I did. I'll quickly mention, it's not on my notes, but score streaks. Score streaks were fine in Black Ops 6. They were pretty fun to use, except for the RCXE. That thing controls like absolute arse. I do not know where they went wrong with the controls. It just... That did not feel good to control at all, but I've heard that they worked on the controls in the second week, except I didn't use the RCXD in the second week. And thank goodness that the counter UAV cannot be shot down in like 5 bullets. I don't know why it was like that in MW2 and MW3. That was bizarre to me. Alright, next thing, this is something I always rant about on the new CODs, but hit detection. It was consistent for the most part. There were instances where it felt a little inconsistent, but that's probably because I tried my best to play this game with aim assist turned off. That's the thing about MW2 that I actually like, is that I can actually play that game fairly well with the aim assist turned off. Modern Warfare 3, I cannot do that, and Black Ops 6, I unfortunately don't think I can do that, but it's still okay because the aim assist is not too overpowering like it is in MW3, so I think, I'll stick with aim assist again this year with Black Ops 6, and I'm okay with that. Like I said, it's not as overpowering as it was in MW3. I've already mentioned time to kill. It felt pretty good. But what else is there to talk about? I think the game felt, fairly stable. I didn't really run into many glitches in Black Ops 6 compared to Modern Warfare 3's beta. But yeah, I think that's everything on my notes about Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And overall, it's looking pretty good. I had a great time with its multiplayer, and I'm looking forward to the game when it fully releases in less than a month. It's not far now. I'm recording this on the 29th of September, and the game comes out on the 25th of October. But now that I also mention it, I am wondering what game I'm going to play between the two, because I've got Black Ops 6 coming out on the same day as Sonic X Shadow Generations, and I'm looking forward to the Shadow Generations portion of that game. Who knows, who knows. Maybe I'll play like a little bit of Black Ops 6, and then I'll transition over to Sonic X Shadow Generations, because I've been really hyped for that game since it was announced, and same goes for Black Ops 6. So, anyways, once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like on it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be informed when I upload a new video. And I'll see you later on when the game fully releases, and I'll go through the single-player campaign. Till then, see you next video.
TTV, I was coming for that ass. Can't stop me.